How is it going? My name is Evan, and in this video, I'm going to be giving my book review of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a by Mark Manson. Now, I read this book last summer, so the summer of 2018, and I just reread through it again. It is March of 2019, and I actually put this book on. Here's the book right here. I actually put this book on for sale to make some more cash on Facebook a little while ago in the marketplace, and I forgot to just kind of delete it. I think I put it on in like November or December or something like that. I forgot to delete it. I get messages of people wanting this book every about 4 or 5 days. Someone new wants this book. It's a very popular book. I can see why it's popular because it has the catchy title and stuff, and it's bright orange, and it just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Um, but yeah, there's generally a big interest in it, and it's very popular book. So if you're watching this before actually purchasing the book, good for you because you might actually save some money. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot. You might actually save some money in the long run and not buy this book. So, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and here's my honest book review of it. Some of the stuff that I like from the book: the importance of saying no. So we can't be yes men for everything. We do have to say no sometimes to certain aspects of our life. And if we keep saying yes, we're going to be doing other people's plans and not necessarily our own plan and sticking to what we need to do. So I do agree with that principle, and someone who I follow named Sam Ubbins also agrees with that principle as well. But you need to be having a good balance between no and yes. But if it strays from your path and it strays from your ultimate goals, then sometimes you're going to have to say no to a lot of things, that of people who just aren't on the same path to you. And sometimes it's really difficult for people, but it is true. The danger of pure certainty. So sometimes we can get in our minds that, hey, we're so certain a certain situation is going to happen. Like saying poker, you're so certain that the person sitting across from you has such a crappy hand and they're just going all in just to take some of your chips away. Hope I don't have to delete this through my coughing, but and that's the danger of pure certainty. And then you try to call their bluff, but they weren't bluffing. You had a pair, and they had a flush. They had a flush all along. So that's the problems with like being absolutely certain in something, and having an open mind. So that goes on with open mindedness, which is what Ray Dalio talks about in Principles, which is great self help book. As well as just kind of seeing how a billionaire kind of thinks. I know Mark Manson is a blogger, but this is very true, and there is a danger when you're absolutely too certain of something and you ignore all the evidence that surrounds you and you just have tunnel vision. Sometimes it is a detriment to you. The law of avoidance, so avoiding certain situations, certain things, and how things just end up piling up. So it's kind of like it's kind of like you have a back issue that's kind of sore. It's kind of sore, and you're like, it'll just go away, but then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And then, like 2 years later, you finally go to the doctor because you're just in so much pain, you can barely get out of bed, and then your doctor's like, "Why didn't you see me 18 months ago? When you had the pain for 6 months, I could have helped you. We could have been so much more forward than now." That's avoiding that situation. And a lot of people just avoid a ton of situations, be it socially, be it physically. People just avoid work and all this sort of stuff. And it just comes back to bite you in the ass at the end of the day. So that's kind of the law of avoidance. And I also kind of like that aspect in the book as well. But let's get into a little bit of the nitty gritty of the book. Mark Manson uses the attractive character proponent called the reporter, and the reporter is the attractive characters was something I learned from Russell Brunson in his book .com Secrets, which is what I 100% recommend. Great book. And he uses other people. Mark Manson uses other people's stories for the majority of this book, and other people to kind of use his ideas and his way of thinking to go along with like some people that are of higher status and stuff, and he uses their stories inside of here. And while I'm not dissing the reporter aspect at all, but I wish that there was a bit more of his own stories inside of here. If he was going to write a book, I wish that he used a lot of his own real life situations a lot more than other people's. But people had amazing careers just being the reporter as the attractive character. Oprah Winfrey, Larry King. I myself kind of see myself as a reporter as well, but I just kind of saw that as an attractive character for him, that he was trying to use in order to leverage other people's stories inside of his own. But I just wish there's a bit more personal anecdote inside of the book for some of the premises that he was trying to create. And I just wish that there was more inside of this book. Even though it is, actually, it's kind of a short book. It's only like 210 pages. It's not very long, but I wish that there was more to this book and how much hype is actually surrounded with this book. I have things that are for sale for like different books or whatever. I'm not selling this one because I spilled water on it and I feel kind of bad about giving people, like, it's kind of rough. It's a little bit rough, but it's still legible, still readable and stuff. But I just felt bad about selling it. But I get messages about this book every 4 or 5 days. And I probably should take off the Facebook ad, or not the Facebook Marketplace ad. But whatever. But it is very popular, and I just wish that there was more inside of the book. Personally, I just think it was a catchy title. Get some millennials like, oh, it's really edgy and stuff. There's a lot more self-help books out there, so there's not enough substance. That's the first thing inside of there. I wish that there was more of his own stories inside. I wish there was a lot more of him. Yeah, just personal stories. I really wanted a lot more from Mark's own life. And then better self-help books out there. There is a ton better, like way better self-help books out there. Ray Dalio Principles, excellent book. Also Sam Walton, Made in America, which is a business book, but it's also kind of a self-help book to kind of understand psychology of people too. It was an accidental self-help book. There's just so many, like how to win friends and influence people. There's a lot, I feel, a lot better self-help books out there instead of this kind of like flashy. This is just really flashy as a self-help book. Um, yeah, it's all right, and there's no call to action at the end. Being very short book, I thought it was going to be kind of like a lead generator, and I thought that he was going to be like, "Hey, follow me here, get some more advice, get some more stuff," which is like, all right, I'm fine with that. That's him building his personal brand, but there's nothing in there. Mark Manson just kind of didn't really promote his blog. He just said that he was a blogger and stuff, and I wish that he did some cross promotion with it because his book is very popular. I would try to milk that as much as possible, but there's no call to actions on it, which is what I kind of wanted out of this book. Call to action for myself if I really wanted to improve my life, that there's a resource or something to actually go to, but there's nothing there. Overall, like, I would skip out on the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Yeah, I'd overall just skip out on this book. There's a lot better self-help books out there that you can pick up and that you can read too. Um, but if you really need to read, it's a very short read. Like, I read it in like 2 days, 2.5 days. It's not very long. And it's easily digestible and easily forgettable as well. That's also the issue with this book, is that it's very easily forgettable, and it's just not that special at all. But yeah, if you want to see some other self-help books, I actually have reviewed quite a few of them on this channel. You can go down into the description and the comment section, and you'll be able to see my playlist for my book reviews, where you can actually be able to find out a lot better self-help books that are out there that aren't just flashy orange to get people to purchase it with a flashy title that has an F-bomb in it. But yeah, no. Once again, my name is Evan. If you appreciated this video, if I got you to save some money, I greatly appreciate if you hit the thumbs up button here, and also hit subscribe. I post new entrepreneurship videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a book review of The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up by Mark Manson. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one.